Talking Point platform. TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Yes, family, welcome back to yet another very, very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. Today again, as always, we deal with Komon-Tok. One of the Komon-Tok we can put on better one. Now the issue of the constitutional review. You know, a lot of Sierra Leoneans believe say there is something wrong with the constitution, and that if we fix that one day, perhaps we might get things right. So I invite Honorable Lansana Monroe, we are a member of parliament, you know, saying that they make the laws there, for make you can join on this program for at least let you enrich me with if actually now the laws and the problem, or if we just feel selected for change or for amend something. But of course, as we all know, no constitution is perfect, and any constitution liable to amendment. So in a drive right now, they can't inside Freetown. We just don't talk. I will join the program. But once we wait for honorable for can help you for can look into this, we go discuss on other issues. For example, the field crisis, where people in the cry over the drivers union. They said don't make this the point clear. See, they're not agree, they're not glad. But however, they will accept to within government say. And also we go look at the flooding where it take place around, and just perhaps we go send over. I mean, those videos they only make rounds on social media, as we know, say, let's say President Bio don't travel go and Kenya for a summit. We get them videos and and some other art sheet videos and where we face yes, people and for know. So all these and more. And as always, you comment, the observation, your contribution is highly, highly valuable on the platform. Now, the first thing is for January, this is not Talking Point platform. You represent the program most of the time, or even always. Now, Mr. Komon-Tok. Yeah, we're there for talk on issues and we get the potential for put we go before, or even can we go before, can we be in. Now, then, say we take serious. The things and we the traditional media can share for talk about. Now, then, say they will take very serious for talking. Why? Because if we say we not deserve or no important information there, and so we esteem valuable family members and community members will continue for telling plenty thank you. As always, appreciate let the program go viral, they go far and wide. I shall Kester say low say low continue for share. So we'll not waste time as always. But they can just now for can continue and program.
Just one platform for news every day now we country alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit.
All right, so Fambul lobby usher in honorable. Yes, honorable, did you get me?
Yeah, they get you loud and clear.
Yeah, honorable, did you get me?
Yeah, they get you loud and clear.
All right, thank you very much for joining the program. We really appreciate you when you left your busy schedule. You adjust the time, even though we give short notice. As always, when we get some turning issues there, we will be able to talk on. We call people that we matter, you know, people that we actually we get the knowledge, you know, how to can help we understand. Being a member of parliament, we know the weight we they carry, a heavy weight. But we will put on something where, of course, I believe we are about the constitutional review, where a lot of people don't talk about over the years. First and foremost, I want to help people and let we understand how significant about this decision where government is looking to for do a constitutional review. As we understand, this process starts from 2007 and up to now not completed. What do I take in general? Is it something beneficial to we as a country? Is this a priority?
Yes, generally as a country, of course, let's say good evening, morning, and good afternoon to the time anybody where you be online, where you get me. The thing generally necessary because they don't say we dey look at the 1991 constitution as something we don't they could say don't live the own lifetime. We need for add value to right now. We need for bring in new things we go able know say yes, it's all necessary for a new thing. So between me and you, it's necessary that we have a change now.
All right, because people are still the question say sometimes it's not about the laws, it's about us administering those laws, the implementation. Um, if we can borrow the words of Bernard Shaw, where they say, no matter how you make beautiful laws in a country, if the people who they implement those laws and they're not good, then are just a waste of time. And what you talk where people and they say, we now we get problem because if you look at over the line, the over the governance structure, President, for ex-president, late President Jan Kabasi, Salomange Badat, the former president, President Kurumasi, we need for change with attitude. And so what you take where people in the say, it's about us, it's not about the book at all. We can put all of it
Yes,
together.
if you
What's
look at that day, they will be correct on one hand. But the other thing we all need to know that man by nature, we get we own errors, then we always they come on board. So we need to be guided by law and order. And the law and order the way they now for do it to call it checkmate on with excesses. Because if we not get the checkmate on with excesses, what thing that happen? We could violate certain things then we gonna look at and say he right because we look at and say there is no law. Generally, when you look at sociology they tell you say sometimes that the law because they put law make people they break law. But at the same time, you dey notice say we need to get deviance in our society. We go tell we say yes, this law it need for be violated so that we go know whether it's really working or not. So that make you see the established court systems and the like. Man by nature we need law. If we not get law where they govern we automatically like way a philosopher say it will be brutish, nasty and fierce. So we need them absolutely for become looked into and ratified so that we get a better thing for go on.
all right, thank you very much. I'll put something on the screen. Perhaps we'll see, but I'll go read her for
Okay.
you get them clear. This one they come out from lawyer Augustine Mara. Of course, saying a human rights activist, human rights lawyer. Read. I'm going to just read. He say, to be frank, the government white paper was a botch. How could you build a faulty foundation where our constitutional experts and democracy scholars? I doubt that the living legend of constitutional law, Dr. Abdullah Conte, was even consulted out of courtesy. Forget about party colors. Abdullah Conte opposed EBK sack of Sam Smona when almost the entire APC was in graveyard silence. It chooses nation above all else. All I see are party loyalists and government appointees, for goodness sake. A constitution is not a party manifesto. What do you make up of these information where they come up from Augustine, where they say is I think one of we now the people who write one of the leading figure we write the Constitution of Salon, one of when Abdullah Okonte, involved in this process. You go clarify for me on this one whether not true
Yes,
or whether
Abdullah,
government go and will consider for involvement.
Yellow they say this I review we look at. We need to look at the 1991 constitution any longer. And since we dey look at the review, no mean say Abdullah Conte because he contributes into the 1991 constitution, that will make you get knowledge into the new constitution. Let me take am for instance, Abdullah Conte not be there the times of the invention of computers because the time when they make that law, the computers were not in existence. But now we get more than things that we don't come on board. We dey tell you say yes, We get law the way for guide them more than 6 a day, so that we go will meet the test of time. Like where the person in speech where you read they rightly say laws na for man. And as we dey go, let we if you take the history of Salon for instance, we get we first constitution wey na the 1863 constitution. After that, we get the 1924 constitution. We get plenty other constitutions just to the independent constitution we get where we all go and camp for make sure things are get independent. So that is tell you say as we dey go new things dey emerge. As new things dey emerge, we absolutely need new laws to cover them new things.
Yeah, you're right. We absolutely need laws, of course, because we they change fast, development and they move fast. But however, this is a living source of dictionary, a living source of a library, a living source of person with partake. You don't feel say even though you know be the way computer started, I mean, the time when they write the constitution, computer not be there in the existence. But however, it will still be a valuable tool in helping shaping or guiding your own knowledge by the fact that in fact an honorable person a lawyer on its own. I don't feel say very important for put people like this into the play.
No, it's important for put am, but I dey look at that. They not put am, not get any significant effect because before in being part of the 1991 constitution, there were people who were part of the Republican constitution when never be part of the drafting of the 1991 constitution. So if in other part of the review constitution, to me, it don't make any effect to me. Because the one the way government don't think about say yes, they can do it with all the vision like where in their reliable concept again, but put Salon first. All we need are people like where they prioritize the country rather than the party like way the party rightly write down inside the right up where they do. It's not about a party constitution. It's about the country. It's about the state. It's about putting the country first beyond all other things. So that people like they want see. It's not about the party we don't do the time when they make form a law, so therefore it for back. No, that is to me, they not called for.
All right, I get your point inside the come out. What about again the allegations? Where did they say most of the people are waiting at that video in a party loyalistic, and this is not about party manifesto; it's about national book.
Yeah, now that they look at it's about national interest. So if even the person where they don't pay, now get national interest for contribute positively for make we get the law where they affect and don't pay. It's more important that it than even that professor we go just make a law we go guide in property the way you don't get as a professor. Like when they talk about election, for instance, when it comes to an election, the man that pay in vote is as equal to the professor within a public college. So now that would say when it comes to lawmaking, that man that pay go proper ideas, go proper resolution, go proper things where it knows that they affect and greatly, where if they put that into law, it will be good for them. Rather than that, like public college, we will just want contribute a contribution where at the end of the day, maybe you want put into the law where regulations where in whether property, how we go secure in property. So that's how you got to look at that politics. It's about the country and not an individual.
All right, honorable. You know, the truth of the matter, people, a lot of Sierra Leonean, they get me, a lot of Sierra Leonean, they get this concern, see, the leaders and not in respect, particularly the politicians there, or the up and certain politicians there, not intend for respect laws. I mean, they can even make an example of the honorable Speaker of Parliament, when Abbas Bundu, where at one time there is a commission of inquiry made back then by late President Kaba with a season property. And according to the allegations then back, and even some people in think say, he used this very, the fifth parliament to get back in parliament, in paper, in property then back, which means no matter how make the beautiful laws there, if the people how they implement those laws there, they know genuinely love the country, just this are just like a waste of time. What you go say about this, about that?
Now that's exactly I just made. So you just don't answer the question with people that will feel say now on the Dr. Abdullah who got your possibilities of the new constitution, now go make we get a better law. No, it's about people with the interest of the country. About people for it, like what you rightly say, a property then we don't get away from them, but it can a use few places when a gap we see within the law and decide for going for a property them and get them back. So that tells you that it's not about the professor out there, it's not about the doctor up there, it's about who really loves Sarah Leone, who wants to see a law that can make a better Sarah Leone. That's what they will look for. We the individual them not ever correct. That means when we need to get correct now in law. That means whenever we get to call a constitutional reform, then they go back to the people and for doing a referendum. Because it has to be about the people and not the authorities or leaders.
So if I can just jump in, so if I can just jump in, what's in Abbas Bundu be do now? Just fend away, just using smartness for let get back in property where against the wishes of many Sierra Leoneans. Is that the case?
Now that's exactly happened because when we did it, some of you ask questions. The process for Duam, you forget people away at the petitioners them. And the petitioners then they forget the address, they forget the phone number, and you were able to know who done a petitioner they are. But at the end of the day, we don't know, then just make a long list where you don't even get the address of the people. But thank God that is not bad. So let's get the law that can get these things not to become enough any longer.
All right, because this is very serious about Sierra Leoneans there, because you know, so the government spend a lot of billions of leones in setting a commission of inquiry where then they recommend for seize some property of APC. So people expect, say, since we know they expect loan at them country, in future, whenever a new government comes, that's I can use and misuse. So is there something una the parliamentary are looking for get a clause, then change clauses where at least nobody know for church and do, particularly when it comes to state matters then, especially the Commission of Inquiries, nobody know for play with that because we see Abbas Bunu don't get away with it. Not so in topic, but people at this then they argue. Is there something I go recommend? Let there be an exchange clauses.
And now that exactly make we say we need a new law. So let us not begin make exchange. The moment we make exchange clauses, we still get loopholes when somebody they work with it. But with a new law where they come and do a whole overhaul, and this new overhaul go like help we, but we get the proper mechanism that we go help we out. That is the value of a new constitution, my brother.
All right, thank you very much. Now, Lord puts on there aside as we don't exhaust them. We want just come up with some sensitive topic now again. We are not say you don't want to serve as members of parliament the fuel increment. What do they do as members of parliament? Because we don't see. I don't know if I will play this video, short one. I don't know if you can see them. Where the drivers union, then they complain about this. They complain about the increment of the fuel. That is one. And we see the McKinney, some Okada drivers, then they say sit down, they not go walk. What do they do as parliamentarians for pushing the effects, or get any negotiation where they go into government for constituencies there when it comes to this fuel crisis?
Generally, this is a challenging time to government. We, as a government, don't really let what happen in we country because when you look at government, the first thing we for Canada you mind government is Kumbra. And as somebody in a Kumbra, you don't go and see you picking them go sleep with angry. As somebody in a Kumbra, you don't go and see you picking dirty. You don't go and see anything way bad for happen to you picking. But the increase in fuel pricing, it really disturb we all. For instance, Usa for don't spend 1.5, now I don't spend over 2 million just for drive for get them to 3,000. So it don't matter which level you take.
But when they get fuel subsidy, people and they argue so now they get fuel subsidy.
The fact remains the increase. Hello.
Yeah, people and they argue so now they get fuel subsidies from government.
Hello?
So don't worry.
Yeah, you get me?
Yeah, they get you. They get me?
Yeah. So like what they say, it don't matter waiting at your status. It don't matter which hierarchy you dey. When it comes to the increment in price of fuel, it gets a ripple effect on all other commodities where they are affect every facet of society.
All right, so Fambul, the internet, honorable the travel, it just rushing for this short contribution on this very important topic. As always, when we get issues like that, we can make the honorable, the members of parliament, politicians, and then second we go away from them. All right, I think you don't join me back. I think you don't join me.
Yeah,
Yes,
back here. I'm back.
yeah, yeah.
Not like
Go ahead.
I
Yes.
did to
Mhm.
now.
So people in the argue
Um,
say government gonna they subsidize for una fear. So una safe and una no worries if the price go 50,000.
my, my brother, there is no minister or honorable wey dey get special package into fuel na this country. The same MP whether common man dey go team up for buy fuel, na the same MP honorable dey team up for buy fuel. So e no matter wetin are your status, the fuel increase dey affect you all. Like what dey rightly say na get dem as comot. The time wey I bin dey spend 1.5 for get fuel, now I don spend over 3 million just for get fuel. So e tell you say e just be by the toll gate wey we reach there, na we all dey pay the toll gate money. So that is what is happening to the fuel. It's a pain for all of us.
So what you
It's
they
a
do now?
trying moment.
What you plan for do as parliamentarian for cushion the effect on our constituencies?
Like as parliamentarians, we are there to make laws. We are there to ratify treaty. We are there to ratify agreement. But let me come in a bit with a logistics knowledge what I get when it comes to procurement and the transit of stock. Now, if you look at what's in the happening exactly, the person when they go buy, where they do the shipment of fuel, they go tell you say the price per barrel don't go $87 as it is presently. And that $87 that the person call crude oil. Then go forget what to call other refinery methods where they come for to move. But make sure say at the end of the day they get exactly what thing they reach the final consumer. And all the process there, it takes a lot of money. The other thing we say again as a country, now the propagation of bad news. When we dey get bad news, wetin dey happen? We freight dey increase. And when we freight increase, because that bus will get ship for cancer alone, e dey look at as say Sierra Leone dey under threat. Sierra Leone dey at the crossroad wey people say, if I send me ship there, I am in problem. So wetin dey happen? E dey increase in freight charges. And when you increase in freight charges, that bus wey dey go buy automatically go for add am on his stock. And when you add the cost on his stock, who that dey suffer? Na the layman down there wey na we dey suffer because at the end of the day, na we dey go buy. So na the kind process that way dey happen where government dey go in presently as a bigger challenge.
All right. Now, now we'll move from that topic again. We'll come back another very sensitive topic where I know Seuna said or aware, but it comes to the relationship between the government of Salon and America. There was a video where we going to go viral where Honorable Tower, we even count on our program yesterday where they say nobody know for lecture we on democracy. And as we know, we get $400 million with on pause because of the concern with Americans the race in terms of when it comes to the election. Uh, is it what's not the efforts or what's not the mechanism or what's not the approach? Because some people in the argue say not to the right approach than the wait tower for takes. Nobody for lecture we on democracy and that we're an independent country and we get stake. Now you talk about fear, we not get money. If that 400 million, for example, in the country, I believe the government perhaps then will consider for subsidizing certain areas for pushing the effect. What's our position as parliamentarian or as a government, as SLPP? Is it something where will take for like for confront or will find a way for engage without amicable solution if there is any?
As a government is try for see how the recommendation always where they put, then work with them. Because if you look for instance, the recommendation where international community they give for the 2018 election that they all will apply for run the 2023 election. No serious government no go tell you say they go one day and slug ahead with in donor countries. No serious government no dey wey go tell you say they go one day in any issue where they affect in international relations with other countries. But the issue here now in my own analysis na the fact that America is not fair to us. MCC is not fair to us. Because let we look at them, begin where they go school. If begin don't pass where they from.
All right, it sounds like say the internet don't catch honorable aside this.
English way pass, it not be correct. Not to better English it pass. So that they tell you say no, you don't fear. Because if you don't say we don't win the MCC, what thing you assess we for we win, nothing the way we don't already deliver on. Nothing the way we don't already perform on. So why now if you can bring down a future thing? Yeah.
Let just jump in because I see a letter with the address to the vice president where the MCC directly addressed the vice president.
That letter they really are the bring down to light too.
All right, because they talk about free and fair, credible election when a part of the compact as well.
Now they tell you the compact now something would already would already complete. What did they do now? Now implementation of the compact would be now for we focus. Now make them very clear say if that begin where be there from one, it don't pass English language, it don't pass the subject, they don't go from two. Then we go from two, something happen, we make it fail English language. So you can't say that book will be buy for you when I read a book where you will get because you pass. Now they take that in their book there from you. Are you fear? You are not. So the MCC na key where them we don't access people, we don't pass them, it don't done. MCC na key where they happen every year because they access country. So we don't pass, let them give it.
Honorable, they're talking about something close to half a billion. You know what the significance of now when it comes to that economy. Now, what's in the development partner they ask for? They say, particularly the disaggregator, release me disaggregate. Is it something difficult for government for do? I mean, ECSL for do, or government's not go pressure ECSL for do the needful for log at 400 billion or 400 billion?
No. Let me say, this is where we come to the law. Sierra Leone is a sovereign state governed by a law. And in our constitution, we got the whole section when they look at the electioneering process of the country. The person will get the veto for acts, neck, for release, whatever information that we got system in this country. Not to withman. They call them international observers and not international dictators, not international whatever. So if you don't observe, don't make your observation and go it on. That's why you dictate to me when people happen.
These people that they give money because even the EU promise, according to what in government puts, the EU promise for GIS alone 100 million in budget support. The MCC 400 million, and we also understand 60 million from World Bank. So all these monies and these people that they get, I think say self no, there must be conditionalities. What do you think about that?
Yes, like what I said, the conditions were there. We don't meet them condition the day before. They assess me because we will. And then a new one, then the new assessment. When the results they can come out, let them fail we. But the subject who don't pass, let them compensate me for the one who don't pass. Then they don't come begin assess me for new exam. The old exam, they don't say we are democratic. They don't say we maintain human rights. All that they don't assess me. So why the can now can't assess people new exam when we just sit where they don't mark the paper? It's unfair. That's just because
but you as an administrator, if you feel say something, this person you don't pass her, you don't go from 2. But you find that say along the line, this person do something where you're not happy for. But for let the person claim credibility, you ask them back, say, okay, since you know say don't pass a subject here, I want to go repeat this subject back. You know, if you say an add thing and they for do, if the person knows say yes, he can pass that subject there anytime.
I like that analysis. Repeating the subject is like assessing us again for the new compact. But the world will let them give it first. Let them give it the world win. Let them assess win out for the new compact. Let them give us another exam for the new assessment of MCC. This now assessment will win years back down the line. So let them not gam for can gam. Now like they want to tell me say the money no day. Because the money there for give them, they're not gonna put all that conditionality.
So you say
They don't
America
tell me they will win.
not get the 400 million for this alone, so they defend faults.
And allow them in life, but because they will talk to, if they will talk to where to we let them give them fault and analyze people a new one. But let me tell you, the white man, like quoting Chino and Chebe said in book, he said the white man we are very clever. They came in peacefully. We were amused at our foolishness and allowed them to stay. Now they are one of our brothers and our clan can no longer act like one. They have took a knife and put it on the things that held us together, and now we are falling apart. Now that they have been so. And assessing on what to run fast and setting a new benchmark for we. That is what is needed.
All right. So finally, the last question what they actually for Lalefi, I know say you on the road for let drive safely. Now about this issue,
A new benchmark.
President Bio for Gona UN, and we understand. When I get any idea about what this woman would say,
they don't already stamp in book. In book, they already stamp. All the delegation, the way they cable now, they don't have
not to the visa restriction. I talk about the ICC can the meeting one.
You
Is there
get me?
any concern? Yeah, they get you. You get any concern? Say, we understand. Say, President Bio the Kego lawyer. Is it true? For say the Kego lawyer for go meet up for go meet with the can the prosecutor.
Yeah.
Yes, honorable, you get me. You get me? All right. So, Famble, it seems as if honorable they get small challenges down there. As soon as I know, always the internet's an issue. But we just now the last question. This will let's just clarify for we, and from there we'll let them go. All right. I think you don't go self offline. All right. So perhaps if we join before we finish the interview. This we will make repeatedly once in a while. We'll invite different stakeholders and just like what we say, for make them can talk to me on the issues there. But anyway, interesting as we will say maybe America not get the money for giving, so that I make they can put another clause. But the example where honorable put say if somebody don't pass with class 2, you don't assess and say don't pass, it don't pass done. So now for just carrying result. But if you know say you don't pass this exam, you know say yes, you're a good student, you're a clever student, you study very hard. If they actually for they can repeat that very exam day, I'm not feeling for scared. This time your just opinion. If I know say they can't believe me says so, I know say I will do this, They let you wake me and sleep for can handle 5,000, 10,000 people there. And no say yes, are capable for do that. Just like people like watch me now. I know they hesitate. All right. I think honorable don't come back. Lord us finish with honorable before camper we analysis now. Now we try for connect with honorable.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, yes, honorable. I know say they struggle, they travel. So these are the last questions, so that we let you. Yeah. So if you have sample there, say this news way it broke the internet, it scattered the entire social media. They say President Bio they go with a lawyer for go meet can, or you just say bilateral or courtesy meeting. What you wanna get about this as parliamentarians?
As always, the delegation for United Nations General Assembly, they always include the government legal team, because government they work out the attorney general where it can for the kind of government, because everybody they go for go promote the own ministry, but say let us know say the government is function in this in that, because every meeting and they all now like a showcase of what your country can deliver, and like a showcase of inviting investors into your country. So that everything and then they go past. So going with the legal team, not to because let me just the world over. The president power, now ICC they call. So ICC they call a city president. Give me a history of a country where city president, ICC call them. You know
Yeah,
they.
I will give you an example if you need the example. For example, as recently
Yeah,
as
give me one example.
Putin, sitting president. I will give you another example again. Umar Bashir, where they overthrown Sudan. I will give you another example again. The late Gaddafi.
You said
I will,
but they don't pull up. We are not talking about somebody who has been removed. And they talk about sitting president. Look at my word.
no, no,
Sitting
he was a
president.
sitting. He
When they try now,
was a
ICC,
sitting.
you know they
Honorable.
after you start
No,
now they try
honorable.
you. They cannot try you while you are in governor.
You know, say even arrest
Yeah.
warrant was issued, for trial, the one trial, but just because it be evade justice. But anyway, we thank you very much for your time, honorable, as always. You don't
So
clarify, you don't.
when you look at
Go ahead.
Putin, you know, international conspiracy. Putin, you know, international conspiracy. So no left that side. The whole international law topic standing. So no left that side where they are against Putin. That is what we want to know. So, what me the guy will say before you finally put me down, that the fact
Yes, so Famul,
we were to win.
the internet. Okay, all right, honorable. I think you don't join. We back. Not allowed to be a small, the internet challenging downtown. All right, we don't lost honorable. So family, you can find for where we get them conversation, add conversation with these guys. Why? Because we want to know the stuff that they're made up of, and some of us have, we they follow. Uh, the examples are many where they indict, a sitting president. So we don't see them in our history. But anyway, not to that actually, we focus on whether they indict a sitting president or not. We just want to understand the allegation they go say President Julius Maada Bio don't take a lawyer already for go meet with Khan. But the honorable clarify say each time the president they travel, they can go lead a team with the attorney general, the part of it. Well, I think people that don't get to they clarify. But me not be no say always with the travel, the cable a legal team. Dey. So Fambul, la now we just take short break. When they come back, we'll continue with some of the issues that we already did on highlight. We can just now for can continue. Not forget for share always not forget for share. It's very important because when I share, that's the move the platform. But they can just
Talking point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty. To we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
all right. So family, if you just join with this now talking point platform, the program we listen to now Komon-Tok. We'll be there with Honorable Mineral Lansana. We'll be there explain some of the issues that we UQI report or thing the way people that don't talk about lots and lots about, including the constitution, the review. Say we forget a new constitution. You don't quite explain the need. And one of the arguments where people have put, this guy who just asked about Honorable, Abdullahi Okonte, where a lot of lawyers argue, see, in fact, that this person, this not the leading person, one of the leading people that we draft a 1991 constitution, and when they do this new constitution, they're not called at all because perhaps maybe in APC, all man knows in APC. So people then look at it and say, because of maybe in expertise, they don't call her. But a surprise way, honorable, they say, doing Abdullah Conte in time, computer not be there. So the laws of them make. But I think why we get something and we can just mix up and I don't see any kind of connection. We get a living library, somebody encyclopedia. somebody way at least don't partake in making the 1991 in making the constitution. Even if you not be meet computer, but at least in presence one, we able guy, the guy not a full man, now one of the soundest brain there will get at the country, one of the sharpest brain there, you know. So for now we just ignore this because of my APC. People like argue say, look, a lawyer, this lawyer will own this issue, Augustine. Um, I say this not good because it's out of disrespect, at least for courtesy, then for don't include this man by this constitutional review. So now that make always, I don't know, the government seems to be making a lots and lots of mistakes when it comes to national issues, right? I don't know, like most of the people the way they surround the president now, like Bootlicker. No, when you look at the word itself, Bootlicker, when you Google I watch her, say yes, indeed, most of the people would now possibly the excessive pay. People are not questioning the president. People are not being tough with the president by telling him the truth. Believe me, but I be on just one person. If all you want to surrender, really indeed, certain thing, you can't talk to this and again, this, you can't talk to this and again, the same answer, the same answer, the same answer. He will be left with no choice, no option, but for accept. But these people, anything what the president say, anything you want, yes, sir, I conquest, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And they move the country. But I take on a back to waiting Marcella somebody talk about. Even waiting me for the Bintumane 3 fail, a lot of people like you see, it was not inclusive. In fact, presidents, you cannot do national peace initiative without involving the former president. You can't do that. And the same mistake I need to do so bad. You cannot review a constitution where the person will make the constitution, will be lead for make the constitution they are alive, color. Anyway, let just count one video where Masala Samba talk about issue, very similar issues like this, where Ibidevex say we need to take this very serious because once we once all right once what it will say once we don't made up our mind for say we want to go into this, no, we therefore be just sincere, we open up and make sure see we do the needful. But I don't know. The advisors there, I don't know if not, maybe not President Bio, not they take advice, but I just believe, see, not 100% say, and more people away too obedient, people and too excessively for accept anything with the president say, not true, no question, no nothing. Even things will get the potential for lead we into straight. And you see the Peace Commission, not very respective. Yes, the Peace Commission not get respect because people are not believing. If you want, you can make all kind of beautiful laws, but every law legitimacy comes from the people. Anything way they do, the people then get for respect, then get for believer, then get for bar. If the people are not bar, believe me, you're just wasting. You just waste your time. You just waste your time. So I think say sense go. Just so play sense prevail in this particular circumstance. But as it stands now, it seems as if now more of party loyalists there, and this now lawyers and pick up back now more of party loyalists there, and good on this way. If only we look at national issues, we go put one set of people there, like when the lawyer they talk. This is not about party manifesto. This is about national issue. This is about the constitution. Each and every Sierra Leonean get rights, or them for open up, them for open this thing way, them for make sure say each and every month, them for invite different people there. Makituma then, the educated people then, the uneducated, the diasporans, and one thing back again, they can just neglect the diasporans. And some of them here, therefore, even include get a forum behind the diasporans and for get the input into this particular constitution, because a lot of people don't talk say this constitution bad, you understand? But again, the argument depend on person they put up. It's not about the book, it's not about the words there, it's about the people that will implement those laws there, how genuine, how sincere, how honest, how patriotic they are. You see the case of Abbas Bundu, where I just asked the honorable, instead of support yes, and a loophole, you look for. You know, you can imagine. No, I respect him for that. I be say you can defend Abbas Bundu, but in that case, it seems as if not only all be happy where Abbas Bundu use law for get back in property there, you know. But anyway, like I say, nowhere you waiting Masala Samba be say about when it comes to issues of national interest. Now just listen first. Let people and just understand say anything we they make for national interest.
Members them, the judges them sit down at parliament, then they see all the drama where they happen. I think this fit parliamentary drama, I don't surpass any other
so
thing.
So the judges there before do?
Pardon?
What did the judges there for we do?
Now, not to inside the action. The action is about addressing repeated impunity. People they not for feel aggrieved in a society. Yes, this is a political problem, but there are underlying justice issues. Now I tell you, I don't follow
underlying justice issue like which one?
Asma, wait me. If I not able for communicate me trend of thought, you interject, I will not communicate to the people. And today I want to use this platform for reach the highest authority in the land. I want His Excellency to hear it. That we need a formidable platform for social cohesion. When you have a divided society, the strategy for the integration, and you know when they put the trust in our hand, because once you will win election, I get for be magnanimous. Because it's safer for let you get the Huawei win. Because you have won, you don't get some amount of push. You don't get some amount of superiority and edge over the negotiation. So you know they feel too much. If we have to create a negotiating platform, His Excellency Duya, this continuous sacking of people in office, let's stop. Let's stop now. Let me get a situation where we they see how they create opportunities, where would they build the private sector, where would they invest in agriculture, where would they make a platform let jobs then come. But let politics not be a platform where you they reward people. When that one they happen, you they get a lot more aggrieved people than you go want foreseen. So as I mean they talk about the judiciary before I slip in with this other point. Then case they were still then a court, if especially those that are politically related. If una not think say una want pass judgment, acquit and discharge the cases. The point is that impunity and then they hinge on the social fabric of the society. The members of parliament them. Yesterday the actions by the members of parliament, they totally out of place. His Excellency the President now the fountain of honor of this land. It was an affront to the presidency. Meanwhile, for let we understand, say, whether person don't do it in the past, whether they don't do it in 10 years, no warrant anybody for repeat them. Now, I know parliamentary walkout is part of parliamentary procedures and processes. Protest is very important, but you protest against an issue. Assuming there is a land challenge right now, because one thing I just say, for example, there is a land challenge. You want to make your point, you make it through protest. But I listen to the honorable, I cannot get anything tangible that I was communicating. Now we say there is political divide. There is a manner in which we address political divide. If the SLPP party no magnanimous for call them, una call them. One thing where APC no realize they have a strength. I hear the honorable they try for just say something about majority and minority. No, there is no mathematics or construction around majority. Majority is majority. And in this parliament now, APC get majority. One of the things that we are too cynical with the truth. We just the bad thing and you know they help we. Let me confront the reality. If we say we are Sierra Leoneans, let's see ourselves as such. But unfortunately, a lot of people they now they feel say, oh, if I talk I not go get what I get again. Some of we not live by bread alone. You know, give we not care. So we go do we work and we go do waiting right. It's very important that me I want to make some proposals because government they plan on the 23rd for let we get into money 3 and they don't invite some of we for kind side. And when they invite some of we for kind side, we know they can't talk nothing but the truth. That been to money 3, they let it be a start of real and genuine unity in this country. That's my 1 minute. That been to money 3, they not go happen if President President Koroma, not be part of him. If we want for see President Koroma, we want for see Julius Madabio, we want for see Samura Kamara, we want for see the other leaders them of NGC and Young Keller, we want for see Samsumana of for see team up on stage and they hug themselves like be symbolic and be a sign of peace. If we not do that kind strong and positive thing, then they always in the MPI effect for so it will continue.
All right, let me come to take you back to the judiciary where you talk, say, therefore try deal with them political.
All right, so the family, just for Leona get us some people, so I wouldn't say you get some people that God give them gift. Then they look into the future. They are very smart. They are intelligent. Now philosophers. Now you can call them perhaps and they prophesy. Maybe these are soothsayers. Yeah, people they say soothsayers, political soothsayers. People like Marcela Samba, like I said, I don't work with Marcela Samba and I campaign for good governance back then. And a person where I get respect for exactly what he be talk, where he point out, now you happy. You cannot get into peace if you leave certain key. You know, yeah, you get stakeholders there. You get stakeholders there. You cannot make Bintu Mane 3 without without informing or inviting former president. You can't, in order to be successful. The people in way for B, you don't call them the former president for Dede, Samura for Dede, Bio for Dede, C4C, Samsumana for Dede, just a symbolic. I like not a real, but let people in sin and in a symbolism now they sell certain things, you know, before so the billions of leons so then spend by that commission did not have nothing, you know, people always talk about Abolo left you. So legitimacy they are from the people. The same mistake backline SLPP they make so on this new constitution. The point we make about bring on this, now just take on about quick norm on that. They make a new constitution, and the people, the person who will actually be made the leader for make that constitution, they no color. You know, I don't know. We keep on doing the same thing, and we expect different results. I think Albert Einstein say this is not the definition of insanity. You know, you keep on doing the same thing, repeat it, you expect different results. You know, so I don't even understand what these guys are just joking or just playing around or just it's really pathetic, you know. For say the least, it really pathetic. Or then kind of behavior there, you know. But we just hope say at least common sense will prevail and continue for if actually they mean well for the country, you know. All right, so Fambul, we don't push down their side. We know we'll spend the one all day panel. Of course, we know the crisis of the field. The drivers they're not happy about this the price. They're definitely not for nobody know they were happy, definitely. But look, Lord, just listen what's in the worst they wouldn't get for say most of the time where they go sign, it's not that they're willing to do it. It's something that's like in the first day. But anyway, now listen from
this day is very important. And honestly, if you see Sierra Leone, there are a lot of things. Sierra Leone need effective delivery. But putting them wrong. Therefore, use firm method for make sure we derive at common objectives. Because certain things in the they talk yourself, you know they come out joke behind this the month. Now they left. The rest are sure just there no more. We go talk because they don't say talk. But not for go no side. Because me, if you ask me if I be there before the president, I go tell and say the first shake up now the petroleum area for shake the last 5 years we suffer a lot. Any 2 month increment. Any 2 months we don't get increment throughout. Now they come back soon. Now beginning no more. Even the minister they tell you say there is indication of another increment. And would I get money now they buy fairly keeper. Not talk the truth. Now by what I hear and what the massive the reports. So meaning the same team, the same problem. This increment you get for the cow, there shall be all percentages. All the method, black seed, the white seed, the problems are coming. all the time inside the transport sector. And we don't tell them for far too long, say, look, can't sit down and talk. Then they listen now. And this man said, you know, not to say so, again, boss there. Then go send a can't talk, what it will benefit their own organization or their own company. And now we are the scapegoat, we are the whip. Then they just can't write that you can't sign. Yes, as you know, they sign, no. But not to say now we have to sign. And about the tell the truth, not to have to. But there's a lot of sign for sign. If you not sign now, then go tag you differently. But not to have to, they sign. And I call you, they sign. But inside this signing, now they can tell you the second sign.
So you get right to say what you
But honestly,
sometimes until you really talk till one day it will take effect.
you go make sure you go come inside, we don't sign, we turn back, we go back there with the passenger.
I know.
Because na Bade don't left now. Yeah, because honestly, anything you can the meeting they say brief. And this is not a brief meeting. These are things that affect the least man of village. So for the sit down and discuss, when you say they are, not all 35 no more. We now 35,000 they check out. I don't add per we now for 10 liters. But we 10 liters how they born at 35,000. I don't go consumption. I'll get for pulling. So meaning for the sit down and they discuss, but then part there, how they add for we the fear. Now the ministry now responsibility this. Anytime we fear come, I tell you say oh Mr. Tona they can call me. And that's not to say no more.
It should fall directly under the Ministry of Trade and Industry and PRE.
Yes, sir.
We now after they cannot get a price, now we regulate the fears because now we get more to cutting the only worker. Now that we try for see that let us be part of that negotiation now.
Yes.
Because in the
In February last year,
Allow me now,
they come back to you. You see, we agree, okay, with the price. Before we pull, we notice transport they don't come out.
No, we dey agree.
Because
sign
there's no better coordination.
beside that,
that may we avoid now. Then also, you know what's there? Una the drivers go na petrol station. Like what happened yesterday na 201. If una remember, 2019, we not touch price for 8 months. From April to the other year, 2020.
Through the chair.
the system will be there, make come back.
That whole system will be sabi.
Yeah.
It will take 5 years not everybody increment. But now we make from 6 months. 1 year.
Like what say no more, it's not joy about fair. The other components when they can also talk when we talk about fair price, when drivers they go see they look at and say maintenance cost is involved, tire day, other things a day. So based on that, when we go regulate a better price, when we meet down our ministry, we will get a harmonized price. When they say they go tell them the membership, they stick on our enforcer. So when we do it this way, they will come back to us.
The unfortunate part for
All right, so Fambo, that was the crisis meeting. We the drivers union there. I mean, they make their position clear. But I hope say yes, government will find a way. But if you not find a way, it will be very problematic for the coming days. Then, and in fact, if you listen to the minister of transport, they say let people are not surprised. This not to the final. This not to the final race. Not to the final race. So probably maybe in the next few months, we go to another race. But how long then go continue? And now they can trigger You know, say fear line everything, you know, everything will revolve around fear. Once fear go up, every other aspect of the society of the economy is affected, you know. So anyway, we will continue for follow up the stories and there. But let's look again. I don't know if not the effect of climate change or maybe just not the rain. But anyway, let's look at this terrible scene we all people in the go through.
Family una see, na they can sway. Do what other enter all side inside people the room there, inside banda there. Bokutis they don't go, bokutis they don't go. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Una see we say appoint so na dey media. Meetings they boku of they don't go. Down to the money say wa get all don't go. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. We pass off on our people there. We pass off on and they can. Do what enter all side. Whatever enter all side inside the room there, inside the banda there. You don't put things there, vanities there, don't go. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Who don't suffer today? Who don't suffer today? Eh, papa, go suffer. Yek mam dang be ma kokoni fende pungo kokoni meda kune powota papa dauda la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah selem do tela meda ma koko all over to go meda ma koko all over to go mo okay meda ma koko all over to go la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah papa meda ma koko te kuno bana te kuno ndo ye kan be ma kokoni be ye kan be ma kokoni ye kan be ma kokoni kitayi na takoti be rukuduk kitayi na takoti be rukuduk po meke yin ko po ye ka ko minute nti no po sheka po expect ni ka kene kila ye abatu an lo le mbo ati be pa ke kan be ma ko ti be rani la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah abamo beke ye kan be ma kokoni po ko ti ze rango. Say down to the money safe all but couldn't go. Since people that also don't go. People that also don't go. See no mana. Now inside also. Who say I can't lodge? Now they so. Who say me they sleep? Look who say the people that tirapiana outside. The breeze they come. This why the outside people that. Right now not easy for you. It's not easy for you right now. See no mana. You are trying to take all over. The water you don't take all over. Watch no man and inside room so the water they go to. Now inside room so. Now inside room so. Now inside room so. Who say me they bang and who say they sleep? Now that's why they cancel. Who say me they sleep? It is there some of them don't go. See no man. People they also outside. The band all don't go. The also water don't enter inside room. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. When I see no more people like family there. Outside the water don't take place. Outside the water don't take place. It's not easy for me right now. Now the water so now don't snap so. Would they pass suffer right now? Who saw they are so? Would they pass suffer? It's not easy for you. It's not easy for me right now. The water don't take place. The water don't take place. It's not easy for me right now. And they can, I don't they so they can. The river, they can, I don't they so. It's not easy for you. The water don't take all over. Things there. Now bounce these streets, I don't they so they can, yeah. Water don't take all over. It's not easy for you. So now, so that. Bye bye. Right now.
All right, you know, there is one video we'll be playing most of the time where the disaster management team, then they go to them community, they go give 500,000 for let people in. I think there was a similar situation like this. Then go there, then go give 500,000, but they're not just go do for go do, then go for go campaign. Then they ask let people vote for the government whilst the key. So we just they call them back. The election don't pass, not so. These people when I don't see now, please, the disaster management team. When they watch this now a wake up call. When I go to the rescue of them people here, when I go see how best na help them. Not to wait election can no more. Something happy when I go watch go they go begin to do. Go make that for face. If because I'm not responsibility. We kind of action and go look into this issue and try for help. Another thing where they make runs on the social media again, we want to come up with, say the thing they will train now they talk about it. A lot look at this one.
Excuse me. Hey, you come out.
They don't block the fisherman, they will not get money to buy fish. When are they going to guy? See no one how to they eat. You see? You don't see?
Now, Salo, what's going on next day? Now, this is the right time that they would eat. Then, back later, no possession, don't hang at the ground dry. Morning all day. What a wrong way run the end, no succeed. Then, back later, finish, and you run the end of problem.
Yes, not die. This is one job.
All right. When people they talk about they say the content hunger, some of them don't understand, but then videos they already can. They explain a lot of things there. People and they really complain about the situation at the country. But anyway, as always, and once a video trend, we'll see how the count until now. But I see again another video with the trend where this one are so passionate about this video. I hope the authorities and the Ministry of Education and we will give scholarship to this kid. Anyway, let we listen.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening to my brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone, parents and guardians, colleague pupils, students of lower and higher institution, ministers of education, and Her Excellency Madam First Lady Fatima Jabibio, and His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. I greet you all in the name of Allah. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mmayoko Kamara, a proud young Sierra Leonean who love the development of this nation. I'm calling on the attention of the Ministers of Education, either lower or higher, Madam First Lady and His Excellency, the President of our beloved nation, Sierra Leone. Mr. President, I hope you will have time to watch this frustrating video of your daughter about the powers of the educational sector, who looks like. I'm not against the Minister of Education, but I'm against the Board of Exams Council in Sierra Leone. Mr. President, let me just give a brief testimony. In sometimes May this year, 2023, when I attempt to write the NPSC exams on that day, I was in the exams hall and all examination protocols had been observed. The exam started and we were taking quantitative tests. The invigilator in our class, whose role is to go around the classroom and watch for those who will take part in educational malpractice, is the same invigilator who stand at the center of the class shouting question 1, A, question 2, B, question 3, C. I pause a while for a moment and I ask myself a question. I have been having sleepless nights for these exams Spending all my precious time reading past papers, I felt my eyes with tears. I'm appealing to the listening president that I would like you to put a stop to phone education and educational malpractice. It's for the prospect and growth of this nation educationally. Mr. President, I will say this again and again that the Board of Exams Council is not working for the interest of this nation. I will say this to you without any fear or favor. Mr. President, any exams in Sierra Leone, questions will be out to the public a week before the exams dates, which is not really good for some of us who are ready to learn. Mr. President, I will be so grateful if you put a stop for entering phones in exams hall. Please, His Excellency, pointed attention for the better application of education in our nation. As I'm telling you, sir, teachers are collecting money from students for exam supervisors so that their school will come first on external exams, and parents prefer buying expensive phones for their children during exams period instead of telling them to go to school and to study their notes at night. We are ready to put blames on government whilst our parents are busy giving birth to teachers. What a shame to any parents who give birth to teachers for their children to pass on external exams. Shame on you, shameless parents. I'm really disappointed with the behaviors of our parents. Please, Mr. President, I would be so grateful if you put a stop for entering with phones in exams hall. And if anyone found wanting, should be imprisoned at least 10 years. For a better nation, we need to stand tall. Please share this video until it reaches the president. Thank you for listening. Once more, my name is Umayiko Kamara.
All right, I'm moved when I hear it, and these are them picking their then kind of at least government will consider for give scholarship. It's so brilliant. Most of the thing that we talk, I know say perhaps I write and go to write and for, which is normal, it's fine. For the fact that it articulate and confidence, we know they shake and at in level for ladies speak clear English like that. I think say a promising, a potential resource for we as a country. We never know, so we just call on authorities or anybody at least we get the opportunity for looking to for help. I consider for looking to sponsor them, picking their give them scholarship. This is very brilliant. And the thing that we talk, then they happen. That's not facts. This not facts. All what you talk not fact. Yeah. Yes, we know that. I mean, not argument, not so. We not Salomon, they will come and they will study, not so. We know, so long we argue on Andy, not just left her. Lord, we just can't take some of the text there, but we don't get here. I want to say the text A done this well. All right, so they go first. Lord go first, as always. They go first. Somebody write something I find so funny. Now does this guy is funny. This guy, now does take on this guy. John W. Comra, would they say, I was worried about our platform if the American government included our platform day for the past days. Not no, they're not a ban we are not a ban this platform. This is they're not a ban the platform. John, no worry. A platform owner, untouchable platform. They're not a ban we by God in power. Anyway, Bambi gets some personal issues and he don't sort now, but yesterday will be there. We don't begin back. We'll continue, we apologize, and sometimes things in the beyond your control. You cannot just handle them, so you have to prioritize. That's the reason. Not say we sit down deliberately. We know how people can consider this platform as be a trusted place and they respect the news of the commoner. So we know that, and we take it serious. Just that sometimes, like I say, There's nothing you can do certain issues there. You just give or handle them first, But anyway, we are back. We pray that we'll not get any other obstacle by God in power. Now take this one coming from Aisha Kester, where they say, Blessed Sunday to this noble forum. And Mr. Komon-Tok, thank you very much, Aisha. Uh, Samba Sano, how are you doing, sir? And this one they come up for Abdul Karmara, where they say, Good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok. Yeah, good evening to you, Abdul. This one they come up from Abu Umaru Kalma. Good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok. Yeah, good evening. This one they come up from Mary J, where they say, Good morning, Mr. Komon-Tok, and everyone. Blessed song to you. Yes, welcome, Mary J. This one they come up from Mabinti Corona. Mr. Komon-Tok, how are you doing today? Happy Sunday, brother. Any good news for me? Yes, of course. You don't get the good news now. I hope seen a good news anyway. Me look at and see a good news. Patricia Howard, or they say Happy Sunday, Mr. Komon-Tok. Yes, Patricia, how are you doing? And of course, this one they come up from Kelvin CC. Welcome, TPP Leon. God bless you, my brother. Stay connected. Kelvin, thank you very much. We appreciate. And this one they come up from KK, who they say good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok and family. Welcome. And this one they come up from Marcela Fatima Conte. Blessed evening, Mr. Komon-Tok, and blessed evening to family members. Yeah, welcome, welcome. This one they come up from Pastor Joseph Mojoko, where they say good evening, and I am curious to know the content of the new constitution. Yeah, it's still there on review. They're still there on review. Hold on it. That constitution has started from 2007, so you can imagine from 2007 till today. And this one they come up from Jerry Browning, who they say Mr. Komon-Tok. Changing the constitution is a fine proposal, but I dare say that implementation of rules, laws, provision is where we fall short. Exactly, that's the thing. Always we find a loophole. Abbas Bundu will find a loophole. Anyway. This one they come up from Fudi Kamara say, let us look at Justice Kawan, a review constitution. And this one they come up from Samuel Fenty, they say another A politician, AC politician. These people very confused and unpatriotic. This one they come up from Medman, so they say this guy is a joker. I see people will not be happy with this guy who I interview. I see a lot of and anyway, I'm not gonna read comments with abusive anyway. This one they come up from Kali to Kamara, where they say Salon account. God bless Mama Salon. This one they come up from Dominic Bangura, where they say even the previous scorecard is not credible. It's lack transparency. That's why they are not going to receive anything for that. All right. This one they say no more money for you guys. This one they come up from Mohammed Korbao. They say all they want is the money. This one they come out. It's plain and simple. ECSS should be blamed for the holding of funds, not the US. Asking the simple question. All right, certain thing and too personal, so I'm not going to read them against. This one they come up from Aminata Kabo. This is Salon is sovereign states according to the paupers, so let them carry on and leave US alone. If he thinks they don't have the money to give them, bring out what they ask for and see. Yeah, I don't know why this thing for counts headache, This one they come up from Awakumba. Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok. I'm waiting live with you guys. All right, and now we go down back, we'll take down. This one they come up from Jamila Bangura, where they say most of the Sierra Leone honorables are not serious and they don't know how to talk. They need more training skills on communication. Logo down. Lobby go down and all right, okay. The try for go down now. What will happen today? This one they come up from Glorious Christ Crown, where they say, Mr. Komon-Tok, have you listened to Good Luck, Jonathan advice to African leaders? Good evening. Good evening, Glorious. Now we go. All right. All right. Okay. The thing is, there is one program where a lot of people in the apps where they want for we still rub power this issue about Israel-Palestine conflict. See, we country President Julius Maada Bio agree for go open an embassy na Jerusalem, not to Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, the undivided according to Israel's capital city, where in them fits forget the permanent capital, not to Tel Aviv. How that issue is so complex and complicated. So Seri Dimba, that honorable way be say APC the Aya Moriman, I be listening. I think them be interview na we had where they talk say in one make that APC honorable, former honorable rather, who are made a senator as ambassador in Israel, and that's the government's action for make them go open an embassy in Jerusalem, na a very brilliant idea. I always they say, politicians, then they always look for their pockets, always. And you will listen, you see the nakedness, you see the person say this is self-centered, this is about not about the country. And a very sensitive area where a lot of phenomena know about. And now a story where they won't take me time, most probably tomorrow, we can't delve into now. I can't show you the reason why the idea for the way government for go open an embassy in Jerusalem, not a good idea, according to my opinion. And I will give you some facts. Now, the reason why they talk on all this, the relationship between Israel and Salon, not all relationship, it good for our rekindle, it fit for our rejuvenator, love we give more strength, love give more fire. All right. But however, we have to do it cautiously in line with real safety. Mind you, this conflict na century conflict, old conflict, you understand. And for we come as small country, we not get security. The Palestinian then get a group they call Hamas. Hamas na a dangerous group where the most international community countries, for example, America, they consider them for say a terrorists. The EU consider them for terrorists. The UK and many others. And now people them from time immemorial, back then, all these conflicts start all over. They don't carry out atrocities across the world. We don't affect the lives of many people. I mean, they don't bomb, they don't kill, many things there. And then capable. Imagine one of the top-notch countries in the world when it comes to security now, Israel. Israel still struggle with Hamas. Can you imagine? And Salon, we not strong that kind of way. And for long we calm, we go take side. I mean, we don't provoke situation. When I hear that from our honorable, they say it's good, this, that. I just had the opportunity I mean, from when in interviews they say in all in life, in dream, in biggest wish not to for being honorable, not to for being minister, and for let them make an ambassador na Israel because you don't go Israel, you don't see how you will benefit, how the country will benefit at all as well. But again, just because I don't go no say Israel na for sole country, they get so many opportunities that it's so curious, and then they push for make them go build this particular embassy na Jerusalem. Like I say, this are just a gist. Tomorrow, hopefully, we will touch on that subject today because it's not a subject we be on scatter all over social media, and you know, say will not be there around, and people still want to talk about me on candid opinion. What they talk about, what they put. I will count them for you. I will count them for. I will count them tomorrow. No, and I hope say the government they listen. Yeah, you know, some of the honorable ministers there. The listener, perhaps, and we will see some reason, you know, we'll not say low point the relationship. No, the relationship is nice for low maintain, but however, we get for also think about we own capability, we strength force. Salona weak states. We all know that Salona weak states. You know, we don't get security. So we no longer put us in a position just because sometimes they don't promise we for electricity, they don't promise you certain things, you know. We get for weigh the pros and cons, you know. We get for weigh the relationship, whether actually beneficial at this time. We go open an embassy in Jerusalem. And Jerusalem like what they say, a contested site, you know, because the Palestinians say East Jerusalem and they get for be their own capital. And the Israelites then say, no, they're not a divided. Jerusalem are undivided capital for them entirely. Now they own capital. So even though peace accords, the 1967 peace accord also suggested two-state solutions, and that the Jerusalem for divided between the Palestinian and the Israelites, this not seem forthcoming, you know. So for a small country like Salo without no security, you know, I mean, I'm telling you, this is serious. We have no security. If we go open embassy, I see politicians, but you know, I just, you know, I shake my head while listen that guy with that guy, they talk and just look at it. Oh no. Anyway, let's just tap here first. You know, we'll come tomorrow definitely on that. Anyway. All right, so Fambul, I'll turn up plenty. Thank you. We're not able to open the line today, and the one that we don't make them text then, we turn up plenty. Thank you. Some of the texts are not all we will read because some of them are too personal, and we're not able to read them. And I'll tell all you one that we not able also for rights. We get thought. We just feel it. I mean, I want to do this. You know, we don't say yes. When I thought perhaps some person don't write already. So even forget that thought, they say I want right. We'll tell you thank you for that. They are no right. We'll tell you thank you for that. But we'll come back tomorrow, obviously, with something more serious. All right. Okay. Until then, as always, me na Mr. Komon-Tok. We hope see tomorrow we will do more than this today. All right. Until then, bye bye.
Talking point platform, TTP. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.